they are promoting Atmanirbhar Bharat. So basically, we want to develop our own product. Okay, so during the COVID, we see that we are producing our own oxygen chamber and all the ventilation and all. So there are many scopes in the R&D, and if we see that when we are fabricating any devices, or any instruments, we need the physics background. Although the engineers are helping, but along with the engineers, the basic concepts only the physics people they know in better way, I think. Okay, so R&D sections in the industry is very popular. Okay, then there are many government and the public service also there in the industry. Okay, so if you are working in the CSR labs, although they say is a lab, but they produce the products. And then there are many government industries also, private industries also, where we can work as R&D scientist. Then there is another scope in the entrepreneurship. So nowadays the startup India, okay, this is very promoting in India. So we can also start our own business. Okay, we can make our own device. We can sell them in India and then abroad also. We can work as a consultant in the different companies. So if there is a company which produces these optics related products, okay, so we can consult. So any expert in the physics background, they can also consult in the industry or in the startup. So in the startup, one advantage that if you start your own business, you are the main person. So you can do whatever you want. So you want to change any, you want to make your own product, you can modify, you can, yeah. So basically it is your own company. Then yeah, so this slide you can see. So if you do BSc, okay, in physics, so there are many areas. So you can see here, yeah, so if you do BSc in physics, so you can go many fields. Okay, physics in biomolecules, you can work in imaging, you can work in the R&D and pharmaceutical companies. Okay, physics in energy, you can work in different automobiles companies, then defense. Okay, there are many scopes if you are working in the physics. Okay. Yeah, so these slides you can see here. So if you work on the physics, so these are the main scope. You can see the science and research that I told you that you can go in the academics. Then another field is the space and astronomy. So this is very popular nowadays. Okay, the space research. Okay, space research and then astronomy. So it consists of the astrophysicist, meteorologist, and aerospace engineer. Then another field is the medical and engineering. So here, I think previous speaker, professor talked about this medical physics. So you know this in all the hospitals, okay, the big hospitals where they have this MRI, PET, OCT, laser scanning based this one, the cataract remove. So every hospital they have minimum peoples of the medical physicist. So since I am here in Manipal, so our Kasturba Medical College, I have seen they have this medical physicist specialist. So what they do, they take care of these instruments because they know the instruments, although they are trained, but they need this qualification, MSc in medical physics. Okay. So in IT industries also, there are people working on these things. So so I think Dr. Robijit, he will tell about the different prospects. Okay. Although I'm talking about this, all the traditional way, the academics and all. So he'll talk about different aspects. Okay. Then there are this energy and all. So nowadays, you know, this government, they are promoting the semiconductor manufacturing. So we know that this Taiwan is the main producer of the semiconductor chips. So now India and Taiwan, they are collaborating together so that we can manufacture our own the semiconductor chips in India. Okay, and then we can supply outside. So these are the main aspects of the physics background. Okay. So there are, I think professor, he told about this different internship, okay, summer internship. So normally what happens, this INSA summer internship is for the undergraduate and undergraduate students. So when you are in the second year of your undergraduate, that time you can apply. And then normally the end, this one deadline is the November. So during your while preparing this application for summer internship, you have to brief about your research interest. Okay. So you have to upload your, I think, 10th admit card, and then you have to upload your CV and then this write-up. So based on your this research, what you will write, I think 300 or 400 words you have to write about your research interest. And then this committee will review, and then they will assign you with to work with some professors. Okay. So every year, I think they are giving, I think, almost 1,000 internships, these fellowships. Okay, so you can also try to apply. And then these are the exams. Okay, I think sir, previous speaker, he focused on the JAM, that is for the IITs, and then there are some other exams also for different institutes. So for Delhi University, they conduct DUET. Okay, then NISER, this is like a this research institute, so they also have this NEST exam. Okay, JNU EE, then IPU CET, then BIT SAT, IAT. So these are the exams they conduct is for the different institutes. So you can see either they have these bits, they have this. Okay, so these are the main exams. So you can note it down, and then you can check when is their deadline, and this one application deadline and all. Okay. Yeah, so from here I will talk about my journey, like how I come to the academics and partially with the industry also. So I did my BSc in physics from Bilasibara College in Assam. Okay, so during that time, my honors was physics, and then I took chemistry and mathematics, along with the environmental science and English, I remember it. Okay, so after BSc in physics, so I gave exams in TU. Okay, I think Tezpur University, they conduct entrance exam for MSc. Okay, so since this Bilasibara College is affiliated with the Guwahati University, so based on the rank or the this one seat, we can go to Guwahati University also. But for when we change the university, we have to write the exam. So Tezpur also, they have entrance exam for MSc entrance, MSc entry. Okay, so then after completing 2 years of MSc, okay, and my specialization was photonics. Okay, during this MSc program, because MSc program also you can take the specialization. And then I work on a project. Okay, so that is basically interdisciplinary project. So that is very important. Okay, so if you want to go for PhD or research, your MSc project is very important. So there you will get some idea like what is research, and then when you will work on some projects, you will explore many different areas. Okay? And then mainly when you are working on the interdisciplinary project, then you will explore more. So that time I was working with molecular biology department also. Okay, so I was working on a algae, and I want to make a solar cell using algae. So that time I used to study this this one semiconductor also, photonics also, and then a little bit of biology. Okay. So there I got some interest in the photonics. So after my MSc, then I applied for a PhD position in Taiwan. So that time I don't know about my professor and then this university also. Okay, so because that time 2008. Okay, so I applied there, and then we got a reply from my advisor that yeah, we can apply for this. I wrote an email, and then I got a reply that we can apply for the PhD position. Then I did my PhD in Taiwan photonics, so 2009 to 2013. And during that time, so that's why you can see some connection. So BSc in physics, and then I got some interest, and then I did my MSc in physics, and then there I got some interest in photonics, and then I choose this biophotonics department in Taiwan. Okay, so you have to find some relation. Okay, so based on your interest and based on your experience. And during my biophotonics project, this PhD, so that time I explore different microscopy techniques, spectroscopy technique, mainly the optics related, and then device fabrication also. Then I went for a postdoc. First postdoc was in University of Virginia. So there I was working on the development of different optical microscopes. Okay. And then after that I worked in Italy, that IIT Italy. So there I was also working the optical microscopes. So there you can see that, yeah, so my interest is on the optical microscopes. So this PhD work is very important. That will lead to you to your future. Now, how you will choose your PhD? So all areas should be open to all. So if you restrict yourself, so during your MSc that I want to go for a nuclear science, yeah, that is fine. But then it's very focused. Okay, so there are very few opportunities will be there. So you have to be open-minded. So that's why your final year project is very important, and your interest also. Okay. Find an area that you are interested in. That is very important. Which topic you want interest more. Okay. Then find an university and a supervisor with a good reputation in the field. this is very important. Okay, so you can find the university. Okay, if you Stanford University, MIT and all, these are very good universities, but how the supervisor, that good reputation? You will check their Google Scholar, ResearchGate and all their website. Okay, that is important. And another thing, if you know somebody who is working in that lab, so although you will know the supervisor's academic qualification and all, but sometimes it is also important that you should that supervisor should be a good person. Okay, yeah, so that's why if you know someone who is working in that lab with the professor, you can directly contact them. Okay, and that's why if you know some alumni, so you can start applying. Okay, so and then you should communicate with your this one friends, or this is so that if you know a good professor, and then you can take other people, you can tell other people also to join that lab. Okay, so if you consider that you are the first batch, okay, you are going somewhere for your PhD, then you be connected with your juniors so that you can also take them if it is good university and good professor. Okay, so like that you will make some connections so that it will help me in building your career in future. This is my lab in Manipal. So if you don't know where is Manipal is, so this is in Karnataka. So the main branch of Manipal University, now it is called Manipal Academy of Higher Education. It is in Manipal, Karnataka. And it has some branches in Sikkim, that is the different branch. Okay, so one of the branch of this Manipal. So here I am working in Department of Biophysics. So you can see how it's connected: BSc in Physics, MSc in Physics, then PhD in Biophotonics, then working on the fields of Biophotonics, and then I am here in the Biophysics department. Okay, so this is under School of Life Science. So one advantage of this place is that I can connect with some hospitals, biologists and all. Okay, so they are my current students, the PhD students who is working on different projects, mainly for the microscopy and spectroscopy, nonlinear optical, in vivo imaging, deep learning, and then different fields. Okay, yeah, so these are some of our results that we got from these projects. Yeah, so the where is School of Life Science, MAHE Manipal? Yeah, this is our campus. Some of the screenshot. So it is in the coastal area of the southwest. Okay, yeah, so yeah, this thing. And then what we offer here, so the School of Life Science, it has different fields. So we offer BSc in biotechnology, and then MSc in different programs. So MSc in genome engineering, tissue engineering, informatics, MSc by research in life science. So MSc by research in life science. So the minimum criteria, you have to complete your undergraduate and then you can join. So in this course is kind of MPhil. So we'll work only on the projects, MSc by research in life science. So we offered this program here. So in Biophysics department, we are mainly working on the physics, okay, background. So if you are interested, you can join here as a MSc by research in life science. Then we have another, it's called the MSc in Medical Biotechnology. So there we teach is similar to the medical physics, okay, but mostly biology. And then we have tie-up with many different universities. So 1 year you can work here, and then another year you can work in these universities. So during the MSc projects, MSc program. Yeah, so we have different departments. So 8 departments we have, and then these are the facilities. And then one thing is here that every year we take 200 PhD students. Okay, 200 PhD students through this Dr. TMFI scholarship here. And then here we provide 20,000 rupees per month, okay, for 3.5 years. Okay, and this is the PhD duration. And then this intake is through the MET. So Manipal engineer, this one entrance test. Okay, so that's all for this thing. Okay, so now I think this Abhijit will talk, and yeah, thank you all. So if you have any question, we will interact after Dr. Abhijit's talk. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Mazumder, thank you very much for briefing the scopes of physics for pursuing research and relevant areas, and specifically throwing light on the Manipal Academy of Higher Science, Higher Education. So our next speaker is Dr. Abhijit Roy. Before that, I'm giving a brief introduction about him. Okay. I think that my screen is visible.
No, Shivashi, that slide is not visible. Maybe you have to double click.
Slide is not visible.
Yeah, only I can see your folder.
Okay. Now?
No, not yet. Maybe
Okay. Again, I'm going to.
Maybe you right click and open it manually.
Hmm.
maybe you open this slide first and then share.
Okay.
First you open, yeah, unshare and then open this slide.
Okay, wait. I think now it is visible.
Yeah. Now you can go to slideshow mode, maybe then it will be, yeah, okay, perfect, yeah.
Okay, we have our the last speaker of today's program. After that, after Dr. Roy speaks, we'll be taking questions from the participants. Okay, so please hold your patience. So Dr. Abhijit Chandra Roy is currently serving as DST Inspire faculty in the Department of Physics, Indian Institute of Science, that is IISc Bangalore. He has obtained dual master's degree, namely Masters in Nanoscience and Technology in 2009 and MTech in Bioelectronics from Tezpur University in the year 2011. He completed his PhD from Department of Chemical Engineering, IIT Kanpur, with expertise in soft materials for optical technologies. He has received the INA Innovative PhD Thesis Award from Indian National Academy of Engineering in the year 2018 and was selected as a member of INA India. He is also a recipient of prestigious Gandhian Young Technology Innovation Award from Birak Srishti for making a tabletop digital microscope in the year 2016. He has published 11 research papers in national and international journals, co-authored 3 book chapters, and filed 9 patents, including 1 US patent and 8 Indian patents. His current research interests include molecular electronics, biomedical instrumentation, microscopy, and optofluidics. So, with this brief introduction, I welcome Dr. Roy to kindly deliver his lecture.
Okay, I will first share my slides. Shivasis, can you see my slide?
Yes, it is visible. It is visible.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Jayasri Chakraborty, Principal, PDUAM, and Dr. Manju Rohawk, Principal, Patharkandi College. Especially, I would like to thank the organizers, Dr. Shivashi Datta, and also all the coordinators and co-coordinators. And also, I would like to thank all the students today participating in this program. I'm really honored and privileged to be a part of this discussion. As you have already seen, actually, Professor Paulus already explained about the all possibilities after doing BSc or MSc in physics, and also Dr. Nirmal also shared his thought about other career prospects. Today, I welcome all of you, and I would like to tell about a focused area, the possibility of being a data scientist as a career after doing MSc or BSc in physics.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, your
Yes.
voice is echoing a lot, I think.
Okay, just a minute. Let me check what we can do. Um, so what might be the reason for that?
Yeah, but the voice is like not clear.
This one microphone.
Microphone, yeah, some problem in microphone maybe.
Let me check it. Okay, is it? Like to like today I'm not going to just talk, maybe I want to listen from all the students, because I think till now that they have listened to very lengthy discussion. So maybe if we get, then it will be interesting to have some energy. Alright, so I am going to show one picture here. Anyone can take a guess what is this picture about actually? Can anyone tell from the student side? Any guess? Is it like a shop or warehouse or some company or something like that, industry? Any guess from the student side? Alright, so I will tell you the story actually. This is a picture of a computer actually, and this computer was built in the year of 1946. The name of the computer was Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. Why I am telling this actually, and we will find a relation between the data science and the approval of technology, hardware technology like computer technology. So now this computer was made by using around 17,000, more than 70,000 vacuum tubes. If you don't know about the vacuum tubes, I will just touch upon a little bit about the vacuum tubes in coming slides. And can you imagine, the weight of the computer was more than 30 tons. So it is a huge amount and it requires a house to accommodate that computer. So this is the huge size actually came from the fact that the people use vacuum tubes. So as for example, I will just briefly tell you for the student, sake of the student. So vacuum tubes originally looks like this bird actually, like flying bird you must have seen. Nowadays people are not using that much, but so this is the picture of a diode actually, vacuum tube diode. It is very bulky, very big, and the working principle is something like that. When the filament is heated up, the thermal electrons will generate, and if you give another electric field, consider this is positive, and then what will happen? The electron will come from this terminal to here, and a continuous circuit will generate. That means line will flow. But if you give it oppositely polarity of the here in this plate, negative, then electron will be repelled, so that the circuit will be great. That's what the basic principle of the whole diode. That's what the diodes are very bulky actually. And similar way, transistor prior also instead of giving only two electrodes, they will use another electrode here, green. And according to the polarity of the grid, they can enhance the number of electrons coming to the output. So this is equivalent to a transistor. So now the question is, I am going to tell the story of how this semiconductor transistor changed the industry, computer industry, and the industry of data science and internet. So now we have cited some of the very interesting inventions actually. Maybe the fire was discovered or invented more than 2 billion years back, and when the wheel, this was one of the most remarkable inventions which was invented maybe around 5,000 years back. Another important innovation is the steam engine. I have kept here, so many inventions are there. I have just considered 2-3 inventions. And now the transistor, I think which is one of the remarkable inventions which revolutionized the industry like computer and information technology industry. And that's what in 20th century we can consider this transistor. This is a point conductor transistor, and which revolutionized the industry. So now, as you can see here, in daily life, due to the initialization of this transistor, like semiconductor transistor, instead of using vacuum tubes, we can initialize device up to say smartphone. We can just handle with smart devices like smartphones, smart watches, desktop computer, laptop computers, smart devices, refrigerator, even in aeroplanes and car also, you can see application of such devices. So now the question is, when this revolution has happened actually? It started, the semiconductor transistor started in the year of 1945, So in the Bell lab, so you must have heard about this Bell lab. So where the first invention of gramophone and telephone was invented by Bell. And then these three scientists actually, they team up with he was the Professor Shockley was the main director of the team, and John Barty was a physician to visit, and Walter Barton, he was a experimentalist. So in 1945, they came up to find something alternative to these photon tubes. And the year of 1947, in the December, they come up with this point contact transistor, semiconductor based transistor, and that's the journey started. So that is the point where the progress of electronic industry was going very in rapid fashion. So now this one person, Professor Shockley, he was the main inventor, and he started a company, as we know also told actually, as a physicist, you can even go for starting a company rather than going a conventional way to become professor or scientist. And that is also another possible way to explore your career. So now I will tell you how we finally one visionary professor and scientist, Professor he started a company, the name was Shockley Semiconductor. Nowadays it is called Silicon Valley in US. It is very famous for very cutting edge technology development. So now from the Shockley semiconductor industry, 8 co-founders, including the as you must have heard about Moore's law, and they started another company called Semiconductor, and finally they started this Gordon Liu actually started the Intel, and Intel is very famous, as you must have heard about this. And then then come to the tool called artificial intelligence. I think you must have already heard about this word, and the people who are not aware of this word, I will just briefly tell what is artificial intelligence. See, the main motivation of artificial intelligence was to make a device or computer which can think themselves, do take decision themselves without the intervention of human input. So that was the main motivation. And so keeping this motivation, and people are by step by step, they are making the algorithm of artificial intelligence improve day by day, improving the artificial intelligence algorithm. Now, in the field of artificial intelligence, if you heard about this word, like singularity in AI, anyone heard about this word, singularity, from student side? Okay, so singularity is the point where usually we write code for making artificial intelligence, but scientists are thinking that one day will come when computer will write their own program. So like every 1 year or so, some update will come for Windows and many softwares, or even Android software also. So the scientists will do some coding, modify it, and release the code to update your software. But scientists are thinking that this updation will be done by artificial intelligence themselves, so that the artificial intelligence can code their own code, and so that they can improve their performance. So in that point, there will be no need of human interference, and these artificial intelligence will improve their by themselves by writing their own code, the updated version of themselves. And in that point, people will not understand how fast it can go, it can improve their performance and intelligence. And that's what the point is called the singularity. Now, as we can see actually, for human, we think linearly. Like, I am a person, I can think myself, I can think deeply. But in case of computer, what happens, computer is interconnected usually, as we know the cloud-based computer and what is happening. So now say one computer, one system is including his code, but say another system is improving also the similar type of but in another fashion. So they are interconnected. That means they can do parallelly improve their code in many cases at the same time. But it is not possible for human to do something like that. That's why the way computer can progress, it is non-linear fashion. So it will be like the exponential growth when they can develop themselves. But in case of a human, there is a limitation. They cannot grow like a computer. So that's why nowadays many of the scientists are thinking the negative side of the artificial intelligence. Whether artificial intelligence can dominate our humankind and they can do something bad for humankind. So that is also an aspect actually people are thinking, and also people are thinking to regulate the movement of artificial intelligence. Now, what is the use of data science in this aspect actually? That's what I will go to tell. One of the examples of artificial intelligence you can see in a healthcare system. So you must have heard about IBM Watson. This is a artificial intelligence software they have developed. And one example I will tell. In medical field, say a doctor usually check patient by say using a doctor will recommend you some diagnosis process, and we go to the diagnosing and get the result and come back to the doctor, and doctor will tell what disease you have, and according to that doctor will prescribe the medicine. Now, sometimes what happened, so due to use among the research paper and throughout the globe, doctor cannot cope up with the latest research, how things are going around the world, whether some improvement already happened in that domain. So what Watson will do, so they will give the assistant to the doctor. So doctor will feed the diagnostic report to the computer, and this computer will analyze. Say after analyzing all the report and the symptom, doctor so this computer will suggest doctor, okay, there is a chance that 98% of the chances say X disease, 33% chance is Y disease, and say 20% chance is Z disease. Now doctor will decide according to his expertise and also assistance from the computer, and he can have a good judgment about the disease, and we can recommend the patient the good prescription actually. So that way it is now even today it is helping the doctors and many other fields also this artificial intelligence is helping people. So another example I am going to give you here is in aspect of game and sports. I hope many of you know that the game about chess. So this is another machine actually, artificial intelligence algorithm developed by Google or AlphaZero. And this is another device, it is algorithm based device. It is called StopPiece. This is also algorithm based machine which can play chess with opponent, so human or with computer. But this is algorithm based, means like there will be a formula how to play chess according to that they have coded. But here they have used artificial intelligence, and what they made first artificial intelligence software, and they played each other with themselves. It's like this AlphaZero play with another AlphaZero software, same software for 4 hours. And what happened actually, they played 100,000 games in StopPiece. Another software algorithm based software, and this AlphaZero, this artificial based machine, defeated this algorithm based machine with rate of 839. So out of 1,000 games, this AlphaZero, this artificial intelligence, won by 839. So you can see the power of artificial intelligence also here in this demonstration. So now another example is self-driving car actually. As already you must have heard about Tesla car, is one of the famous brands actually. They are promoting self-driving rather than employing driver. Although it is not up to that much, without driver they can go to outside world, but still up to a level it can drive themselves. So this is another example of artificial intelligence. Now we will tell about the where data science can be applied exactly. So now you must have the experience of getting some personalized feed from the internet. Say you are opening some website, then you are seeing some advertisement where you have searched earlier in Google search, you have searched something, and you are getting similar type of feed, and you will be surprised how it is. I people know that I am searching something like that, and that is the load of data science. So now I think what this search engine and other social media platforms are doing is when you search or do something in the internet, they will record it. And what they will do, they will record, you can analyze what is your liking, what you are searching, where you are going, what you are speaking even. And then, depending upon that actually, a huge number of data is generated throughout the day. And you can say how you can generate that. There will be tremendous way you can generate data. So now say you are logging in your social media account, and whenever you log in, then one data is generated. Whenever you are liking a Facebook feed or your friend, then also it is generating data. You are going somewhere, they are also generating data. Even lots of cameras like CCTV cameras around the world, they are also continuously generating data. So all these data need to analyze. Who can analyze that? So that is the option now. Many of the companies they are employing scientists to reform the data and teach to the artificial intelligence so that they can find some recognize some pattern. Say you consider, so you want to set up a business and you want to know what is the aspect of this business for particular say customers. So you want to understand the behavior of customer against your product. Then you tell some company that okay, let us understand the pattern of the customer who are purchasing this type of product and what is the age group, what is the gender and when they are going to purchase and what is the maximum possibility of purchase, what is the time duration. So these are the data people want to know. Many of the people actually, business person, sport person, and also academician, education research institute. So that's what this data scientists come in play. And even finally, I would like to say that so due to this data science, one day will come that your artificial intelligence device, your mobile phone, or your computer, your social media, you will understand you better than you understand yourself. So that is the irony of today's world. And for now, I would say there is a huge scope of data science because a tremendous amount of data we are generating daily basis, and also many companies are looking for very efficient, very enabled data scientists. So I would say that after doing physics as a undergraduate or postgraduate position, if you have interest in computer or some analytical thing, then I think you can opt for this data science technology. And now, if you ask actually how I can get into IISc, so in IISc we do have most of the basic resources and also some part people are doing some applied resources. And there are many options actually you can enter into IISc. So one of the options is to go for like Fisher Diplomatic Question on Yoga, KDP1, and through this also you can come to IISc. So there is a program called BSc in Research in IISc. After 2 months also you can apply for this. So if you apply for IITG, even you can, so these are the options actually you can see. If you get 60% for general, 50% for OBC and 30% for STSC. And IISc mains and IITG advanced also you can come to IISc. And also there is a called NWT entrance test. So that also you can join as a BSc research section in different department. So about MSc and other thing already Professor Paul told about those things, and that's what I have mentioned in this part. And if you want to know about these actually, you will just go through. So after 12, even after 11, you can apply for this. And first year of your undergraduate program, you can apply for KPQI. And another thing actually, in our lab, we are doing basically on one of the project we are doing on soft electronic skin. So like during COVID actually, many doctors died due to the direct exposure of COVID. So what we are thinking actually, instead of depending directly doctors, whether you can deploy some robots. But the problem is robots don't have skin like us. So they cannot change the surrounding. Also they can hurt the people. So what we are thinking, we are making we are mimicking our skin and making some electronics of the skin to apply those skin to the robot so that those robots can be applied to the hospital. So that is one project we are working on. So another project we are making some devices which can be applied for say sensors. Like so we have recently developed one sensor which can detect the respiratory signal of human, and this can be used for making ventilator and other things using the techniques of optics and some fluid combination of them. And here we will do some microscopy also, which based on soft material. Here we use some MEMS based technology, where we use microfluidic technology and also electromechanical system to do some biological studies. And also finally we started just working on some artificial intelligence based device with the collaboration with some other faculty members. We have expertise in 3D printing and optical technology, but we are taking help for artificial intelligence machine learning from other faculty members. So these are the collaborators, as Professor Shweta Kaushika, she is from TIFR, and Professor Tarun Kumar, he is from the IISc Bangalore itself. Professor Alok Kumar, he is from Mechanical Engineering Department, IISc Bangalore. So another professor, he is Dr. Vibhadra Rao, he is from same IISc Bangalore. We are collaborating with one doctor actually, Dr. Rudresh. He is in Medical Hospital, IISc Medical Hospital. He is 2 kilometers away from IISc. So this is the person who is expert in artificial intelligence. We are collaborating with him. He is from Pandit Dindal Petroleum University, Gujarat. And these are some students actually. These are PhD students. I am collaborating with them. And these are some students, undergraduate students. They are working with us. And I think this is the end of the discussion. I would like to thank all the students for listening the talk session. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Roy, for briefing about your talk on artificial intelligence and the admission procedures at various levels in IISc Bangalore, and highlighting your areas of work. So now we are moving on to meet the objective of the workshop. That is, we want to take a few questions from the participants. I already have some questions that the participants have put in the chat box, and personally to me, what are the skills that you know today that you wish you knew when you were in your career?
Yeah, this is really a very interesting question. And I really think actually lots of things. So even I will tell you one very interesting story. When I was doing BSc in physics, my background is also BSc in physics. So I did not know that time the information flow was not that much, and also we are not from that very tier one city or very city area. So information flow was very low. We did not know about these things in IIT JAM and other opportunities actually. And I think another important aspect would be to would be to improve yourself as communication skill. I think communication is still one of the important things whatever the career you choose in your life. This is one of the important aspect to grow actually and to grow at the earliest stage of your career. I would say I would suggest all the young students around there, please work on your communication skill. This is one of the skills that will lead to very successful career. If you can communicate very nicely to the audience, to the faculty, to the whatever you do actually. If you want to express your feelings, whatever you know, what you want to say or tell to the people, and that skill is very important. And I think you should focus on this. And I hope I have worked very early stage in my life, in my career, that will really help me further. And another aspect actually, we always neglect, and I realize that the education about the personal financing, how to manage your personal finance and other things, that is also another very important aspect. People rarely talk about this and they think this is not needed and this is little bit of what we are usually thinking. But I think actually what I realized, this is also a very important aspect of your life to discuss about the personal financing, how you can manage your finance and other things in life. So, and also what I suggest actually, before we choose a career, first we have to learn ourselves first. We have to ask ourselves, what we want to do in our life actually, and which field we want to excel. Say, whether you like research, you want to pursue research, or you want to do something which can give you more economic benefit and that you can excel in directly impacting to the people by going to say diverting from academics and going to some private sector job actually, so that you can directly impact to the society and get some better economical aspect of your life actually. So that is also another aspect you should understand early in your career, so that you ask yourself which way you want to go, and if you really like to do research, you ask yourself, then forget about the money and other thing. If you like research, then automatically money will come, but you have to be very focused in particular research topic, and you should be very devoted to that, and money will automatically come, because the people who like research, they really becoming so rich and getting lots of money. Later they want to explore to understand the universe and how universe works, and doing that automatically they will get some sufficient amount of money to live a great life actually. So my suggestion would be, before you choose your career, you ask yourself whether you are comfortable to choose that career. So these are the things I think the young people, young researcher or the student should consider before choosing career paths.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you. I've got another question from the audience. I request Dr. Mazumder to answer this question, like why optics is not so popular in India. Is there any institution that offer undergraduation and post-graduation options in optics?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, optics, why it is not popular in India? Yeah, that is one limitation is that this one to carry out the research in optics, we need the good facility. Okay. So for example, if you just for simple, if you are keeping one mirror in a lab, and then if there is a dust, then mirror will damage. This is for a small example. Okay, so like that, this optics related research, we are using very sophisticated components. Okay, so if you want to do high-end optics experiments, okay. Otherwise, what happen if we are using this small smartphone? That is there also we are using small lenses in the backside. No? That is also optics. So we can use the smartphone and take images, and then we can do research. That is fun. But if you want to do high-end optics research, we need the good facility. So only few laboratories in India, they have that kind of facility. So if you say IISc, then IIT Delhi, they established the this one national level optics lab facility. So one, yeah, but is promoting nowadays in India. So in future, maybe we'll see many optics lab in India. But if you see outside, there are many good optics laboratories. Okay, yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, I have got another question like, what are the scopes of studying nanoscience and nanotechnology in India? Do institutes offer MSc in nanoscience? What are some of the best institute?
Yeah, that maybe Ovijit you can address because he.
Yeah, thank you, for giving me the opportunity. So, I would like to just add a little bit about the Newell's topic actually, previous question. So, IIT is doing great actually in space. Also, I would say nowadays, since this quantum computing is coming up, is a very hot topic. If you are asking for research career, I think quantum technology, quantum computing is really emerging in India. Indian government from GST, they are in a mission mode to promote this research in India. And if you are really interested in doing some optics as well as computing, like quantum computing, then this will be a great opportunity to explore in this direction. Alright, so don't worry about the opportunity, but if you choose the right path of optics and quantum technology, then I think that will be very good huge opportunity in this field also. So another two, nanoscience and technology. Yes, nanoscience and technology is there. So I myself completed MSc in nanoscience and technology from Test University, and also throughout India, many institutions, including some private institutions also, giving this opportunity to pursue MSc in nanoscience and technology. But what I felt is after doing nanoscience and technology, so this thing is an interdisciplinary type of career, which is interdisciplinary type of curriculum. And here you will not learn particular focus topic. Say in physics, if you do physics, and you will say do particle physics, quantum matter physics, optics, and you can take a specialization, and you are taking specialization because you want to further pursue PhD or further education on this direction. So you have a particular direction that you want to pursue. But when you take nanoscience and technology, this is like a very interdisciplinary type of topics which teaches you many aspects of the science and technology. Basically, at nano scale, how it is here. Say, if you bring a nano particle, and material to a nano particle level, say 1 to 2 nanometer in size, then within a very thinking of size, then that can give you various properties. So this type of study you will do in nanoscience and technology. But what I felt actually, rather than taking nanoscience and technology as a course or career, what you can do, you can choose physics, and also some option will be there in that physics calculation, and take nanoscience as an major subject and so. I think that would be better to choose.
Okay. Any more questions from the audience? You can put in the chat option.
Yeah, Shivash,
I think
many.
Yeah.
two questions were there actually earlier they have mentioned. I have seen. You know, you can
Yeah,
see
so
this.
some of the answers I think I have already put in the chat box. So if
Yeah.
anyone has any doubt, maybe you can ask now.
I think it is better to discuss rather than the typing also. I think students is short actually, but topic is very interactive to this topic discussion.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I don't think any more questions are there from the audience. So so if you have any doubts, to the participants, if you have any doubts or any queries, you can directly contact me, or I will put your I'll give you the details of the today's speaker,
Hmm.
the email ID. and maybe they will share you with their WhatsApp number for further discussions. So we have got today we have got exposure from three big institutes of India. One is from Indian Institute of Technology, Guwahati, another from Manipal Academy of Higher Education, and another from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. So, dear participants, I guess and I hope that you have got very good some exposure regarding your queries for choosing physics as a career. And I hope that speakers will be um, uh, very much interested to give your queries, to answer your queries in future. Especially, you can contact them for the internship programs uh, from for undergraduate levels and at postgraduate level. So let us move for the vote of thanks session. After the vote of thanks, please turn on your camera for the group photo. Okay. After the vote of thanks, please turn on your camera. So
Seriously,
my speakers
sir,
now, Doctor. Yes, sir.
seriously, I would like to tell all the students, please feel free to ask any question because we feel that actually during my undergraduate time, we didn't have that much exposure or information. I encourage all the students to interact with us. If any needed, we will be very happy to have them to guide them any aspect of their career opportunities.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very
Hmm.
much for the
So there is a
for your
question,
encouragement.
Shivashish, 1 minute. I think that if we need to go for entrepreneurship, being a faculty member in a
Okay,
college,
okay. Mhm.
yes. So yeah, there is a huge scope nowadays. So I think if you know the BIRAC, BIRAC, Biotechnology Initiative Grant, that is for basically for the entrepreneurship. Okay. So the minimum criteria you have to be faculty. Okay. Faculty, or maybe if you have a startup, you can apply for this grant. And then grant is basically they are promoting for the product development. So yeah, so there is a huge scope, and that is independently we can. And then since now this Atmanirbhar Bharat is promoting by the government, so anybody can apply for that BIRAC. So I think last year, yeah, we got this one. Dr. Rajiv and me, we are working on this one. Last we got this BIG. So that is one option that faculty members from colleges they can apply. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Okay, so if we have no more questions, then let's move on to the vote of thanks session. I request Dr. Priti Bhajan Bhakti, Assistant Professor and Head Department of Physics, to kindly deliver the vote of thanks for the day one.
Shivaji sir, am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir, you are audible. You are audible.
A very good afternoon to you all. Honorable guests, invited speakers, participants, and everyone present in this webinar. I, on behalf of PDUAM Eraligool, Patharkandi College, and on my own behalf, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to you all. I extend my deep sense of gratitude to Professor Paulus, who has delivered a detailed and wonderful talk on career prospects in physics, especially in IITs, IIScs, universities, etc. He focused mainly on academia, I think. I extend my deep sense of gratitude to our second speaker, Dr. Nirmal Mazumder, who worked on biophysics, and I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Abhijit Rai of IISc Bangalore, who talked about data science. Thank you, the speakers, for your interactive session also. We are deeply indebted to our Honorable Deputy Commissioner, Karimganj, come President GB of our college, and also Srimati Antara Sen, Circle Officer of Karimganj, for giving her valuable time, and she has given an excellent talk. Thank you, Madam. I offer my sincere thanks to our Honorable Principal, Madam, for guiding us inspiring us throughout the preparation of this college, of this webinar. I offer my sincere thanks to Principal of Patharkandi College for guiding us and inspiring us. I extend my sincere thanks to all the participants who have joined us through this webinar from different places, reputed institutes, and across the country. Thank you all. I hope this webinar helps you a lot. My heartfelt thanks goes to all the faculty members, non-teaching staffs, and students of our college and Patharkandi College. My sincere thanks goes to organizers of this webinar. Once again, I thank you all for your kind presence. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Prithivajan Vyakti, for delivering the vote of thanks. Now I request our respected speakers and the participant to please turn on their camera because we want to take a group photo. Please turn on your cameras.
Okay.
All of you, please turn on your cameras. Seema Ahmed, Atmi, Snidhi, Duruti, Manisha, Arjun Chakrabarti. Please turn on your cameras. There's nothing to shy about because we need a record that this number of participants have attended. Just wait. Okay, thank you very much for your patience. For keeping your patience for 2.5 hours. Maybe there was some disturbance in the network also. I once again thank all the speakers and participants for participating in this the day one of the career prospects national level workshop on career prospects in physics and chemistry. We have participants from different states of India. So please, I request all the participants to please join for the day two of this workshop that is going to be started at 11 a.m., 10:30 or 11 a.m. tomorrow, and that too is specifically for the chemistry group. Even the physics group students can also join the same. Thank you very much. With this, I end this day one of the workshop. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All the best for all of your careers.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.